Okay, so I want to do this video about self-control or lack thereof because what's just opened up to me is a pretty massive realization that I fucking suck at self-control. And recently I had been sort of attracted into the world of domination and submission. And I just realized that the reason why the whole being dominated was something that was calling me in was because I have difficulty with self control. And having somebody sort of holding the whip, uh, excuse the pun, and being that controlling aspect in my life has proven to be extremely beneficial for me. I am making my own better life choices. I'm kicking goals. It's incredible the growth that I've received. However, it's still coming from something external, something other than me. And today, this morning, I realized just the level of lack of self-control that exists within me. And then it expanded into how all my life I have always, when I have, I guess, had self-control in situations, it's never been from self. It's always been from an external influence. So even this spiritual quest, right, is basically can be holding that whip, can be the reason why you change your life, because there's a promise of something greater or there's somebody holding you accountable. It's just like what people believe in God, right? And when I stepped into the complete acceptance of self as I am, these parts of me got ignited that were pretty fucking crazy and out of control. And I'd been saying to people, I feel like I've gone back to my 20s, like I'm doing this stuff. I don't understand. And it's really just opened up to me today that I'm never the one holding the whip for myself. I'm not making better choices just purely for myself. I'm not holding me accountable for my own self and for no other reason. And what this then expanded into as I went into it was the complete lack of self-love, to the point where I don't want to be, look, feel, act better or more lovingly to myself just because it's a loving thing to do for myself. There's always been like a external threat or a something seemingly holding me accountable that I've aspired to, or been clinging on or using as a reason to better myself. And none of those has just been purely for me bettering me, just for me. Now, this is insane. Everything's such a fucking paradox in this journey. But it is, it often feels like when we have awareness expansion that it feels like the most intense and important one. But this is huge. This is massive. And I don't even know where this leads or what comes next, but having this awareness of the inability to just make better choices for myself just because it's loving to myself is insane. And what's so interesting is, like, I have been saying to Spirit, geez, I'm really feeling a little bit not sure what's going on, like how far down am I going in this path of like seeming self-destruction. And it's interesting because it had to happen this way. My experience is through experience, and my learning is through experience. And the only way I can ever truly be aware of that which exists within me is by experiencing it. And this has been an experience and a half. And I am glad that this awareness is expanding now, because I'm kind of done, like and I don't want it to be because a teacher told me to. I don't want it to be because God said it. I don't want it to be because somebody is there holding a whip saying you better or else. I want it to be because I love myself enough to fucking do it for me. And that's it. It's so weird. Stay tuned, I suppose, because I don't know where this leads. I don't know what is next. But I am so fucking grateful that that I can see the light at the end of this fucking tunnel, because I was like, where is this going? And it just kept saying, just be you, just be you, just be you. And then I got to the point where I'm like, oh, I get it. This is me. This is what I'm actually doing to myself. This is my core belief, that I can't just choose love for myself just because I love myself. Amazing. Thanks for listening.